Hello, my friend. Today I want to ask you one simple but powerful question. Who is really in control of your life? Your mind or you? Think about it. Every single day, your mind is filled with thousands of thoughts. Some thoughts are uplifting, pushing you to take action, to grow, to dream. But many others are negative, pulling you down, making you doubt yourself, making you afraid. If you do not control your mind will control you. It will control your emotions, your decisions, your habits, and eventually your destiny. But here is the truth. You are not your thoughts. You are the master of your thoughts. You are the one who decides which thought gets power and which thought fades away. This is why the ability to control your mind is the key to creating your best self. Your best self is not a perfect version of you. It is not someone who never fails, never feels pain, never struggles. Your best self is the version of you who is strong enough to face challenges with courage, who knows how to turn fear into preparation, sadness into healing, and failure into growth. But how do we reach that level of control? How do we become the captain of our own mind? It starts with understanding the importance of mental discipline. Your mind is like a ship. Without a captain, the ship will drift aimlessly, carried by the waves of emotions and circumstances. One day you feel happy, the next day you feel lost, and you don't know why. But with a captain, with intention, focus, and awareness, the ship has direction. It moves with purpose, no matter how big the storm is. Let me give you an example you can relate to. Imagine you wake up in the morning. Your plan is to work on your goals. Maybe study, maybe exercise, maybe build your dream project. But suddenly, your mind says, check your phone first, just scroll a little, watch one short video, play one quick game. And before you realize it, 1 hour is gone, your energy is low, your motivation is weaker. This is what happens when you let your mind control you. Now imagine another scenario. You wake up and the same thoughts appear. But this time you take a deep breath. You say to yourself, no, I am in control. I choose what to do first. You open your book, you start your workout, you begin your project, and at the end of the day, you feel powerful, proud, and in control. The situation is the same. The difference is who was in control, your impulses or your higher self. This is why controlling your mind is not just about discipline. It is about freedom. Freedom from distractions, freedom from negativity, freedom from habits that destroy your future. When you control your mind, you control your life. And when you control your life, you create your best self. In this journey, we are going to explore how to do exactly that. I will share with you the principles, the tools, and the real-life stories of people who mastered their minds and became stronger than anyone thought possible, and you will see that you can do the same. So, let us begin this journey together. Now that you understand why controlling your mind matters, let's look at the first principle. Principle 1. Choose long-term growth over short-term pleasure. We live in a world of instant gratification. When we feel bored, we scroll on social media. When we feel stressed, we eat junk food. When we feel lonely, we message people who are not good for us just to feel noticed. In the moment, it feels good, but later, we feel empty again. That is not real pleasure. That is a trap. Real control begins when you say no to what feels good right now, but harms you later. And yes, to what feels hard now, but builds you stronger later. This is not easy, but this is how warriors are made. Think of Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player of all time. When he first tried out for his high school team, he was rejected. Many people would have given up, but Jordan controlled his mind. Instead of giving in to the pain of rejection, he turned that pain into fire. He practiced longer, harder, and with more focus than anyone else. Day after day, he sacrificed comfort for growth. And eventually, he became the player the world will never forget. His story shows us this truth. Success is not built in the moments of pleasure, but in the moments of discipline, when you choose to sleep instead of watching another episode, when you choose to study instead of scrolling, when you choose to keep going even when it hurts. So here's the question you must ask yourself every time you make a choice. What will this give me after 1 hour, after 1 day, after 1 year? If the answer is pain, walk away. If the answer is growth, choose it, even if it feels difficult right now. Principle 2. Control your reactions, not just your actions. Most people do not think. They react. Someone insults them. They insult back. Something goes wrong. They get angry. They feel jealous. They compare. But when you react without thinking, you give away your power. Your mind is like a car. Your emotions are passengers. If you let every emotion drive, the car will crash. Instead, you must take the wheel. Slow down. Breathe. Count to 5. Ask yourself, is this reaction helping me or destroying me? Think about Nelson Mandela, who spent 27 years in prison. He had every reason to be filled with anger and hate, but he controlled his reactions. He chose forgiveness instead of revenge, and because of that, he became a symbol of peace, not just for South Africa, but for the world. Mandela once said, "Resentment is like drinking poison and then hoping it will kill your enemies." He knew that anger only destroys the one who holds it. By controlling his emotions, he not only freed his country, he freed his own soul. That is the power of controlling your reactions. When you do not let anger, jealousy, or fear drive you, you protect your peace, your energy, and your future. So remember this. The strongest person is not the one who can shout the loudest. The strongest person is the one who can stay calm in the storm. Principle 3. Turn suffering into strength. Life is not always kind. We all face moments of pain, loss, and despair. But the difference between breaking down and rising up lies in how we use our mind. Let me share with you the story of Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor. During World War II, he was imprisoned in Nazi concentration camps. He lost his family, his freedom, and almost everything he loved. Every day he saw death, hunger, and cruelty. Yet, even in the darkest place on earth, Frankl discovered something extraordinary. They could take away his clothes, his food, his freedom, but they could never take away his power to choose his response. He realized that between stimulus and response, there is a space, and in that space lies our freedom and our growth. Instead of giving up, he searched for meaning in suffering. He told himself, "If I survive, I will help others find meaning in life." This decision gave him strength to endure, and after the war, he inspired millions with his book Man's Search for Meaning. His lesson is timeless. You cannot always control what happens to you, but you can always control how you respond to it. Pain is not the end of your story. It can be the beginning of your strength. We have seen how great leaders controlled their minds. Now let's explore the tools and habits you can use every day. Tool 1. The power of single tasking. Your mind becomes weak and chaotic when it tries to do many things at once. Multitasking is a myth. You feel busy, but you are not productive. Imagine studying for an exam while checking your phone, replying to messages, and worrying about the future. After hours, you feel exhausted but achieve almost nothing. Now imagine you set a timer for 50 minutes. You silence your phone. You focus only on one chapter, nothing else. At the end of that session, you feel sharp, satisfied, and in control. 1 hour of pure focus is more powerful than 5 hours of distraction. So train your mind to enjoy focus. When focus goes, energy flows. And when energy flows, results come. Tool 2. Visualization. Your brain does not fully distinguish between reality and imagination. This is why athletes visualize victory before a game, and why successful people imagine their goals daily. Close your eyes and picture your best self. See yourself speaking with confidence. See yourself waking up with energy, finishing your tasks, inspiring others. Feel it as if it is already true. The more vividly you imagine, the more your mind believes, and the more your actions align with that vision. If you want to learn English fluently, visualize yourself speaking fluently. If you want success, visualize yourself already succeeding. Your mind will start guiding your behavior to match that image. Visualization is not fantasy. It is mental training, and when combined with action, it is unstoppable. Tool 3. Mindfulness. Have you ever eaten your favorite food but your mind was stuck on yesterday's argument? Or sat with your family, but your mind worried about tomorrow's problems? You were alive, but not really living. Mindfulness changes this. It brings you back to the present moment. When walking, notice your steps. When eating, taste every bite. When breathing, feel the air moving in and out. This practice may sound small, but it transforms your life. With mindfulness, you are no longer a prisoner of the past or the future. You are free in the present, and in the present, you have power. Tool 4. Meditation. If mindfulness is being present in the moment, meditation goes even deeper. It cleans your mind, your heart, and your soul. Meditation is not about religion. It is not only for monks. It is for everyone, especially for people with busy minds, heavy hearts, or constant stress. When you sit in silence, close your eyes, and breathe slowly, you begin to observe your thoughts without judgment. You realize, yes, I feel angry, yes, I feel afraid, but I do not have to react. Your emotions calm down. Your mind becomes clear. Your heart feels lighter. Even 5 minutes a day can change everything. You don't need music, fancy apps, or perfection. You only need honesty and stillness. The more you practice, the more you master your mind, before your mind masters you. Tool 5. Journaling. Writing is one of the most powerful ways to heal and grow. Every night, take a few minutes to write your pain and then write your power. Ask yourself, what hurt me today? What am I hiding? What do I wish I could say? Let the paper hold your pain so you don't have to carry it. Then shift. Write, what am I proud of today? What did I learn? What is one small step I will take tomorrow? This transforms your perspective. You are no longer a victim of your emotions. You are the author of your story. Journaling gives you clarity, strength, and peace. It helps you see not only what is broken, but also what is growing. Now you may wonder, what does it mean to create your best self? Your best self is not someone without flaws. It is not a perfect person who never makes mistakes. Your best self is the version of you who keeps trying when life gets hard, who chooses growth over comfort, peace over anger, meaning over despair. It is the you who wakes up with purpose, who speaks with kindness, who lives with courage. And remember, becoming your best self is a journey, not a destination. It happens step by step, choice by choice, habit by habit. Every day you are building it or neglecting it. And today you have the power to begin again. My friend, controlling your mind is not easy, but it is possible. And when you do it, you open the door to freedom, strength, and true happiness. Remember the examples we talked about. Michael Jordan, who turned rejection into discipline and became a legend. Nelson Mandela, who turned anger into forgiveness and became a symbol of peace. Viktor Frankl, who turned suffering into meaning and inspired millions. If they could do it in the hardest of circumstances, then you can do it in your own life too. So take a deep breath. Close your eyes for a moment. Say to yourself, I am in control of my mind. I am stronger than my emotions. I am creating my best self. Do not wait for tomorrow. Start today. Because the best version of you is not far away. It is waiting inside you, ready to rise the moment you take control.